Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary, and in today's video I am going to be showing you how I made this little locker that opens, and this little backpack. It's got little school supplies in it, which I made a video yesterday of me doing the school supplies, a desk, and a chair. So yeah, we're gonna make this locker. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need some little hinges. I got these from Lowe's, I believe. Some scrap wood. My husband has plenty of scrap wood laying around. You're going to need a skinny stick, a standard popsicle stick. You're going to need some scissors, 2 picks, fabric, any color of your choice, and you're going to need something to cut with. I use these. And you're going to need wood glue if you choose to use wood glue, but for the video I am going to be using hot glue. And for this locker here I did use wood glue. So I'm going to go ahead now and turn my camera down so y'all can see what I'm doing. So we have our camera turned down. So first thing we're going to do is go ahead and assemble the locker. So I'm going to go ahead, and I already got my pieces cut, and I'm going to grab this wax paper because you're going to want to work on wax paper. So what we're going to do first is we're going to place the smallest piece that's cut. We're going to place that down. I'm going to pull the stuff that sticks to my glue stick, and I am going to now just go ahead and put a layer of hot glue down the edge of this. And if you are a child that's going to be making this project, please get adult supervision before messing with anything hot or sharp. And I'm just going to take my finger and wipe away any extra glue. And when it dries, it rubs right off. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and do the other side. Once again, we're going to grab some hot glue, and we're just going to put it down on the sides just like we did the first one. It's hard for y'all to see what I'm doing because of the way we got it. And I'm just going to turn this, and we're just going to place this down on here just like this. And I'm just going to wipe away any extra glue. And this is what we have so far. And of course that fell off because why? I touched it too quick and moved it and didn't give it enough time to dry fully. That's what happens when you don't let it dry completely. It will do that. So, and once again with the hot glue on wood, once it dries, it peels right off. So as you can see, you can peel that right off if you make a mistake like I did. So we're going to do this again. I'm just going to put a layer of hot glue down the center, the middle, on the side. Yeah, I'll get it right in a minute. And now we're just going to stick this back on here where it goes. And we're just going to hold it for a little bit, give it time to dry. Wipe away any extra that you have. And pull that up just like that. That's what we got. And I'm going to pull that one out just a little. There we go. And this is what we end up with. And now I'm going to go ahead, and this is the top of the locker that we've already cut. And we're just going to go ahead and put that into place. Stick that right here. And I'm going to slide this. I had it turned the wrong way. I had it turned long ways when it should have been, or well, short when it should have been turned long ways. But it's fine. It's an easy fix. So make sure you have it turned the long way, like this. That way it reaches all the way to the top, to the front end of the locker, like this. And then this is going to be our door, which is going to go on just like this. So what we're going to do, I'm going to lay this on its side just like this, and I am going to go ahead and adjust my locker to where I want my hinges to be, so it will open and close. And I am going to grab my hinges, and we're just going to go ahead, set this up, and see where we want our hinges to be. This one is a little stiff, so let's see here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this like this, and I am going to stick my hinges on. And this is where the first one's going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some hot glue. Stick that down on the hot glue. And then we're going to go ahead and secure some hot glue on this one. And you can also use super glue for this. It's just that, and that's what I did with my first locker. I used super glue, but for the video, it would take the super glue a lot longer to dry than it would the hot glue. This is why I used hot glue. And now we're going to go ahead and do our other two. And all I'm doing is just lining it up where I want it to be. And I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue down in here to hold it, and then on the sides, just like this. And I need another hot glue stick. And I'm just going to go ahead and continue, like I did this one. And the next thing we're going to do is the last one. So again, I'm going to put some hot glue here. And I'm just going to stick that right there on there. And before I try to open it, I'm going to try to let this dry a little bit. So I need to add a little more hot glue. That's not going to stick on me. Alright. So I'm going to set that down for a minute and peel off this glue that I put on here. And we're going to do this again. So I'm going to put some hot glue here and here. And I'm putting a generous amount because I want the door to really hold when I try to open it. I want it to be held in place. So I'm just going to stick that on just like this. And once again, be careful with the hot glue. It is very hot. There we go. Now I'm going to set this up and go ahead and continue to work on the other parts of it. So now what we're going to do, the front part that we see here, we're going to go ahead and put those pieces in. And I use a skinny stick for these, but I'm going to use toothpicks for this one. And I need my cutters. So I'm just basically just cutting the ends off. And that's all I'm going to do. And then I'm going to do that with the rest of these. Got that? And I'm going to use one for a reference and cut all of them. Just like this. And now we're just going to slide that out the way. And I am just going to turn my locker around. And we're going to go ahead and lay it down. And just going to put some hot glue across it. Just like this. And we're just going to stick that right down on top. And I'm going to do that a few more times. And I'm going to do one more. And I think it'd just be easier for me to just put a layer of hot glue across like this and then just stick the popsicles or the toothpicks right down on it, because that's going to work much easier, I think. And this is what we have so far. And we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to the bottom. And this is what the outside looks like. I'm going to redo this bottom one because it's uneven, and maybe not because I can't peel it back off. Okay, so this is what we have. This is what it looks like. And I'm just going to go ahead and work with it to get it. And this is what it looks like open. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put the little handle on. So now I'm going to take my skinny stick and I am going to go ahead and just cut off a piece of it like this. And this is going to be the handle. So as you can see, I just cut off a little piece. And I'm just going to go ahead and take some glue and put it on here like this. And we're just going to plop that right here. Just like that. And for up here, like we have here, we're just going to cut a standard popsicle stick, and we're going to put you can just put colored and put a number on it if that's what you choose to do. So I'm just going to cut. And we're going to turn it here, and I'm just going to go ahead, put some glue on it, like that. And we're just going to go ahead, and we're just going to stick that right there. And I'm going to turn it around so I can make sure it's even. And then you'll put whatever number you want up there like I did for here. When I was in high school, I do remember my locker being 423C. So, yeah, that's why I put that on here, and red is my favorite color. But you can put whatever number you want on here, and you can paint this whatever color you want. And as you can see, it does open. And the next thing we have to do is put our shelves on the inside. And I have to grab my stick so we can go ahead and stick the shelves on the inside. There's one shelf on the inside, and then we'll put the next shelf in. And then we're just going to cut a little more off. And I need to turn this down so I can see what I'm doing. So I need to take just a little more off, and I think I'll use my scissors for that part. So we're just going to cut a little off. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab my hot glue, put a little on the ends. Stick this out the way. Move this. And here is the inside of your locker. That's functional, that opens and closes. So now that we have that done, let's set that out the way. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on our backpack. So basically what I did was I took some fabric, and like I said, it can be whatever color you want it to be. And I'm just going to go ahead, cut a line, and then we're going to cut it up this way. And this book bag or backpack, whichever you call it, can be as big or as little as you want. So this is what we have. I'm going to set this to the side. So next, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a layer of hot glue here, right across the top. And you're just going to fold this up just like this. Make your two ends come together, and you want to hold it for a little bit. Just like this. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to push it down just like this. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue this end here. So you're just going to go ahead and glue it like this. And I can see that I have a little bit of an opening right here. So we're just going to go ahead and put a little bit of hot glue in there and close that up. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to tuck this inside out. So you're just going to go ahead and push this through. It's going to be kind of hard to do, but if you have like a stick or something that you can help push it through with, that works great. I have a little paintbrush here that I'm going to use to push mine out. And there you have it. So this is what we have so far. I'm going to cut a little bit of this off like this. Just going to cut a little off. And we're going to leave this open like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that same felt and we're going to go ahead and you're just going to cut at an angle like a U shape. I'm just going to turn it around and you're just going to cut. And you're going to end up with the shape like this. Just going to set this out the way. So what we're going to do now, we're going to bring that back. And we're going to go ahead and glue this into place. So we're going to put a layer of hot glue down on top of this, just like this. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to stick this right across the top, just like this. And you're going to push down a little bit and hold. Give this time to dry. And then you're going to fold it over like this. Now we're going to make the outline of it like I did this one. So I'm going to take this white felt and I'm going to just cut a long strip. And I'm just going all the way to the top and I'm just going to stop it right here. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do the outline of it. So I'm going to go ahead and put a skinny line of glue here. And then we're just going to go ahead and stick this right down on top of that glue. Just like this. And then we're just going to take our scissors and we're just going to cut away the extra. And we're going to do the same thing over on this side. That. And we're going to go ahead and put a layer, put this down on top like this. And we're just going to go ahead and cut off the extra. And you're going to take it and you're going to fold it down like this. And we're going to put some here. So we're just going to take that hot glue gun and we're just going to put a little bit of glue on it and we're just going to stick this down on top just like that. And we're just going to cut this off. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. And we're just going to push this down on here just like this. Cut off the extra. And now we're going to make the straps for the backpack. And I am going to do my straps white. So I'm going to go ahead and this time I'm going to cut my strip a little bit wider because this is going to be the handles. And I'm just going to cut that off right here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead, take my hot glue, put a dab there, and we're just going to fold this on its end on itself like that. And we're going to bring it down here. And I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue right here, hold it down, and we're just going to cut off the rest. Just like that. We're going to do the same thing here. Just going to fold this under over itself like this. So we're just going to put some hot glue here. You're going to fold it under like this. And then we're just going to bring it down just like this. So we folded it under, and then we're just going to bring it down. I'm going to put a dab of glue here, and we're just going to stick it right there. And here is your backpack. And if you want to make the school supplies, and I've already made some, I have some here, right here. Let's pull it out this way. So we're going to take our English, stick it in, reading, you can stick that in, and here's just a random book. We're going to stick that in. And we don't need that one or that one. And here is our tiny pencil. And we're going to stick that in. Just like that. And here is your book bag. And if you wanted this to close, you can put a little bit of Velcro on it so it can open and close. But mine's, I'm just going to use some dab of glue because I'm not going to be doing anything else with it. So I just put a little bit of glue on this end here. Just going to put a little bit more. And just going to hold it down like this. I want that end to stay open a little bit. And here you have it. Here's your backpack and your locker. And that's it. So we made the locker, and we have the book bag. Yesterday I did a video where I made the school desk and the chair, and we did the miniature school back to school supplies. So yeah, now we have everything ready. I'm thinking about doing like a miniature classroom and putting a desk in there and then making a chalkboard and doing all the extra stuff. So if y'all want to see something like that, let me know in the comment box below. I'm going to go ahead now and turn my camera back up so y'all can see me. And yeah, that was it for that video. If you like it, please give me likes, a thumbs up. Please feel free to share the video with your family and friends. Once again, thanks for taking the time out to watch my videos. I want to thank you all so much for continuing to come back and watch. And with that being said, I hope you all have a very nice day. And once again, thank you all so very much for taking time out to watch. And I hope y'all have a nice day. Bye.